Hello there.
Hey, pervy sage.
What the hell? Uh-oh. What happened? Why isn't this working? Oh, okay. Sorry about that, guys. What's going on? Welcome to Full Nerd Academia podcast. I'm your host, Master D Maito. Back at it again. Going to be joined here in a second by my wonderful co-host. You know him, you love him. Bankai Merc.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I was in a zone just now. Yeah, buddy. I like that. Kind of long, but that's fine.
Yeah,
How we doing today?
I gotta fix the like configuration of that. But yeah, bro, how you like that?
No, that was fun. That was fire. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect that. And he was like, I got something new for you. Like we didn't no kind of conversation about it. We just all right. Well,
Bro,
can't wait to see it.
I was on one last week sometime because I saw the like clips of like Gear Fifth Luffy, and I was just like, oh, this is freaking sick. And then the freaking like the drums of liberation and stuff coming in with the, I was like, oh, this would be sick.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, what's going on, bro?
You
know what? Is that a Corona?
Good old Corona Familiar.
Bring
Not
back.
a sponsor. Said be right back. I think he said fuck it. Went to go get a beer himself. Because he was talking about drinking a protein shake, but maybe now that I cracked one of these open. Salute.
Salud. So I had whipping out. I'm going back old school, Yingling, you know.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to my brother. He put me on to the Yingling, so I'm having a nice Yingling.
Yingling, the young thing. Okay. But yeah, man, I mean, how's your week been? I know last week had a little crusty crust in the eyes, so that's why we didn't end up going. So
man, yeah, it was rough. A little pink eye action. It's kind of sucked too, but you know, what can we do? Just gotta go through those battles, especially when you have kids. You gotta go through those battles. Speaking of, I'm gonna give a huge shout out to my baby Merc. She was like, "Oh, I didn't get a shout out the last time when you were on your podcast, so I had to give my baby a shout out."
All right, baby Merc, shout out for you.
Yeah, but after that, you know, I'm feeling good, feeling better. Can't complain, you know. Just I'm out here slaving and paving, as I tell people, slaving and paving.
I hear that, man. I hear that.
How about you?
It's been one of those weeks. It's been one of those weeks as well, man. Freaking the weather out here in Chicago or in Illinois is something else. If you've ever seen the meme, you probably know we get the first winter, then we get, you know, second winter, and then full summer, and then like third winter. We were on third winter for like a couple of days this week.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice. It was so nice last week for like a couple of days. We were like in 70s. People were like, shorts weather. Like, let's go walking outside. Literally the very next day, it was just like, bam, super cold. Freaking snow. Like, it's going to be a crap ton of wind. It's going to be windy as hell. It's going to be -4 outside. We were like, it was just 7.
Like, bro, what's going on? Like, the hell is this? But yeah, next week is supposed to be nice and warm with some rain.
Yeah, it's the same here. It's finally warmed. It's about 60 today. It's it's nice and balmy outside as Midwesterners say, but it's not bad. I see people out walking. It's nice and sunny and stuff outside, so
Oh, you're lucky it's raining here.
that sucks. But
Yeah, it does. Terrible. I hate it. I love it actually. I love when it rains because when it rains, it feels like that's when you get to be lazy. For me, I normally have like a cup of coffee. Not coffee, excuse me, a cup of tea.
mm,
Set the mood before you go into whatever you're doing.
Tea, Earl Grey, hot.
I feel you.
You got done right, Charles. But yeah, so let's jump right into it. Before we start with what we were going to talk about, I don't know if you put it on the list for today, but I wanted to jump into Madam Web and something that you and I talked about. That has to be first.
I didn't put it on the docket or anything. I don't have any pictures for it.
Please tell me you got the
yeah,
Please tell me you got the Peter Griffin on there on the soundboard.
No, I don't have Peter Griffin. The only one I've got is this.
Shut up, beef.
Oh man, no, we gotta get it. We gotta get that. What grind my gears.
What really grinds my gears?
Yeah, man, we gotta.
It's your weekly what grinds my gears segment. Okay.
Yes, it is. So, huge shout out to I don't remember her name.
You talking about the actress?
Yeah.
Isabella Merced.
Okay, so yeah, huge shout out to her. She honestly deserves. I wish Charlamagne the God was on this too because she definitely deserves the Donkey of the Day for that comment that she made about why nobody watched Madam Web.
Yeah, but bro, I already told you. Like it was since debunked. That was a fake quote. That was not her saying it. She even said she was like dead, like straight up. She was straight up and down. She's like, I never said that. I would never say anything like that. She's
okay.
Like, it's kind of crazy that
people are spinning.
That people would say that I said that without like checking any sources or anything like that in the age of social media. Like it did not come from her social media site at all. Apparently, it came from like from what I read, it was like a Mexican. It was translated from a Mexican Facebook page, like page that she said it, but she never said that, and she straight up and down was just like, I never said that. Just for reference, what he's talking about is there was a quote going around that Isabella Merced had said that the reason why Madam Web failed was due to male fans and
toxic male fans.
He said toxic male fans. He sent that to me, and I was just like, "Hold up." So we were going back and forth about it for a minute, talking about like that's wild. How does that make any sense? Like the only people who probably went to go see it were men, and like for one, apparently the audience rating is higher than the critics rating by more than double. Like the critics rating is like at 17%, and the audience rating is like 53 or 54 or something like that.
The writers rating is 12%. The audience rating is 57. You were close.
Okay, but so yeah, it was like that's like on Rotten Tomatoes. That's what the critics rating and the audience score is. So like obviously like the audiences liked it more than the critics did. Now there's an overwhelming like bad press about it because I heard that it is really bad, not just by like fans, like people who are like writers and stuff like that. Like they were actually like, yeah, this is just a very like a piss poor movie. I haven't seen it personally. I didn't have the desire to see it in the first place because I was like, how do you have a Madam Web movie without anything to do with like actually nothing to do with Spider-Man? Like it made no sense to me. They were like taking liberties with like Ezekiel Stane, all these Spider Women that they had in the movie. Like it just the only context that Madam Web has to be in a movie is in like a Spider-Verse movie. So
yeah, that's what I would think too. Like even if you put her into like of course, or Into the Spider-Verse, or even if you do it when you do a third one, you put her in that one. It makes sense. It's a bunch of Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, whatever that's in that movie. You put Madam Web in it, cool. But the garbage that they're gonna put out, you thought people gonna watch it after you just released a very shitty trailer, and then the movie comes out. I ain't watching that. Like, why?
Yeah, bro, like 100%. That was the trailer was so underwhelming. I remember seeing that. I was just like, I don't know what this is. I don't want to know what this is because this is hot garbage, right? It's straight up hot garbage. But like, yeah, dude. Obviously, like, I don't think you and I even talked about it on the pod at all, other than saying like, oh no, we did. We watched the trailer, I think.
We watched the trailer, and I said, "Yeah, I'm not watching that garbage. There ain't no way you could pay me enough to watch that."
There was no reason for it. I mean, it's already like about to be on freaking digital now. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised either. Honestly, it looked 100% like, and this is not to knock the like CW shows because for their budget and their like time and place,
There's some good ones.
they were pretty decent. At least up to a point. But for a big budget movie that's actually going to be out in theaters and stuff like that, for it to look like it was something that was done on the CW's like on the small screen, like something made for the small screen. Don't be putting that out in theaters, dude. They do direct to TV movies like they used to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't do that. Make a better movie.
No. Don't make that movie at all. That's just what it boils down to. That movie didn't need to be made. But needless to say, like, so I could understand your trepidation. Like I said when we were talking about it, I went to go get that the stuff together for it yesterday. When I saw that the message that you had sent me was like deleted, I was like, "Ooh, this must mean that it was something wrong." So I like looked it up and I saw that that it wasn't real. I was like, "Oh, okay, let me let him know about this." So yeah, it was not real. Thankfully,
Okay,
that would have been some straight up.
She would have got blasted.
Like, I think she was.
Bad.
I think she was getting blasted when she started getting blasted. She was like, "Yo, guys, I did not say this. This was not me."
She saved herself. Then
it was not me. But yeah, dude. Nah, I feel that it was not worth. That I feel like that movie was probably not worth seeing. I didn't see it. Again, I didn't want to waste my money to go see it. If I ever do watch it, it'll be for free on streaming service if it comes to any streaming service. So
I probably won't waste my eyeballs on that either. Like, only reason why. All right, and we're not talking about that. But yeah, so now let's jump into the real stuff. Like, why I'm here.
Yeah. Let's talk about it. All right, so we're gonna jump into some spoilers, guys. Some spoiler territories. We're talking about the biggest thing that freaking had to come out last week, which was, bam, Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live action version on Netflix. You let me know what you think first, and then we could talk about it.
I liked it. It has some resemblance to the cartoon, not fully, but for what they were trying to do within the 8 episodes, I loved it. I thought it was good. I didn't say great. I thought it was good. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed watching it.
I will be honest. At first I was one of those fans that was like straight up and down comparing it to the cartoon. I stopped myself and I was like, just watch it for what it is, right? Watch it for what it is. And I'm not gonna lie, there's plenty of stuff about this show that I like. A lot of stuff, in fact. I love the costume design. I like the set, like the setting, the set design, the bending styles, the CGI in it that they use is looking decent. The acting, I will say, is a little subpar for me, but I can kind of give it some leeway because these are younger actors and these are relatively, I feel like, unknown actors. So they are kind of still like probably working on getting themselves into the roles and stuff like that, right? Anytime there's this gonna be a potentially multi-season like show, it usually takes some time for a show to like get its footing before it like gets out there and gets like better. One of my favorite parts of the whole show was the everything to do with firebenders and the Fire Nation. Everything to do with it, like I was all for it, even though like they brought some of the story elements in too soon. I feel like it's still like it fit for the most part with the narrative. It gave you a reason to kind of like Zuko. You already like right off the bat you like Uncle Iroh. It gave you a reason to hate Fire Lord Ozai, like all that stuff. So it laid all that out on the table for you. It even give you a little bit of context of like the relationship between Iroh and Zuko, which was like, did we need it? No, but I was really happy that it was in there. The music was great. The one thing I will say I didn't like is like the way that they pushed some of the like episodes together didn't feel very coherent. Mostly the Omashu stuff, like the Omashu episode, they felt like they rushed that and put too much together. They were trying to do too much together just to kind of say like, yeah, okay, we hit all of these points from the show, just to say that they put it in there. You know what I mean? Like the secret tunnel thing didn't need to be in there, I feel like, because technically that is from book 2, like the second season. What else? The jet thing would have been good to kind of have in there, but again, I feel like it was too rushed, and there was no reason for Sokka to distrust Jet, and no reason for Katara to distrust the Mechanist. So like those two things just like didn't meld very well. So like overall, I feel like the whole Omashu thing like should have been a little bit better, a little bit more thought out, and a little bit more like well planned out. Some of the like character decisions I didn't necessarily like. Like I felt like the entire time, Aang never really seemed like, and they had already said that they were going to do this, like that they were taking the like child like fun away from Aang. I didn't like that because during that whole thing, it never seemed like he was having fun doing anything. Which like I get, and they're trying to like sort of mature it a little bit, but I don't know. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, that part I didn't understand. Like there's a few parts I didn't understand why they did certain things. That's definitely one of them, because first season, Aang's a big goofball. Like, yeah, he understood he had to learn the other elements, but he wanted to have fun, especially when he was in the North Tribe. It was the North Tribe, and when he met Boomy again, he knew like, all right, well, I gotta have fun. Another thing I didn't like is the like Sokka's character. Sokka's character, like everybody knows Sokka's a sexist, or what they say, misogynist.
Misogynist, at least at first, but again, it's for good reason.
Yeah, that's because that's basically what he was taught as a warrior, is that men does everything and a woman basically does like the cooking and stuff like that.
Well, not only that, but it's because he didn't have like a father figure for a long time, because he was left alone in charge of his village and stuff, because all the men went off to war, so he didn't ever like learn from his father that like, hey, like, yes, there are some gender roles here, but just because that doesn't mean that like your sister can't be a warrior, or that you can't learn from a woman and stuff like that. So he never got to like learn that stuff. And I feel like they took that like character growth out of him, so that kind of made him a little flat. in terms of, in that sense, I do feel like they kind of flopped the like, what is the word for it? They sort of flip flopped the like, I forget what it's called, but basically like, instead of him kind of like fawning over Suki at first, it's actually Suki who kind of like, oh man, he's hot, like checking him out, like, you know, sneaking glances at him and stuff like that, and like rubbing on him basically. So like they kind of flip flop that, and I could see in some context how that could be funny, but without the other context, I feel like that kind of falls flat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And then some people's opinions actually kind of blew my mind. So for anybody who says that they didn't like the Avatar, the Netflix version, is because, damn, what's her name? I'm about to say Aang. I don't know why I was about to say Aang.
Azula?
No, not Azula. Damn, I can't think of damn Sokka's sister's name right now.
Katara?
Thank you. I don't know why I was struggling. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, I don't like the show, but Katara is too much of a mother figure." Like, what? Did you not watch the cartoon? Like, she is the mother figure of all of them, even with Toph. Yo, she definitely was.
In that show, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not arguing that point. In the Netflix series, I feel like I didn't get that at all from her. Like, I don't feel like I got her like being the motherly figure like at all. This is where I was coming. This is where I was coming from when I say that. Like, I feel like with the kid actors, they were kind of falling flat for me. Again, this goes back into like the writing, like the script writing and stuff like that. Like, just I never quite got the gravitas of the situation from the kids. The adults, I could completely get all that stuff from. The only like child actor out of there that I was like really getting any emotion from was Zuko.
Agreed.
Like, everything with Aang kind of felt flat for me. Like, whenever he was angry, I just didn't believe it. Whenever he was happy, I didn't believe it. Katara, you kind of see shades of like, of like her more dramatic feelings, you know, especially when it came to like remembering stuff about her mom and stuff. You know, I could kind of get it from there. Everything else kind of fell flat, like whether it was her acting motherly or being like motherly to the two of them. I just didn't get anything from it. And then Sokka, like, again, like little hints here and there, but like, you know, even like his funny lines, they were funny, but he didn't really sell it. You know what I mean?
Like he would in the cartoon.
Right, exactly. So like he would say the funny thing, but he didn't say it in a way that was funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sounded ironic, or it sounded like he was actually playing up that it was a joke. He did get a little bit of different character development, I feel like. Rather than like the misogynist thing, I kind of feel like he got character development in a different way, where he was like, what is the word for it? He's like deflecting, right? So anytime that it would come to him having to think about, you know, things that happened that was going on before his, you know, the men left for battle and stuff like that, before he took charge of the village and stuff, whether it was with his mom or with his dad or whatever, he was always deflecting. And like, with Yue in the spirit world telling him, like, you know, like, don't deflect that emotion, like, bring it up, like, think about it. And I could kind of see like that was more of his character development through this series, and so I got that. But it feels like it only sort of happened in the last couple of episodes, as opposed to like from the beginning to this point, and you know, to the end of the series or the season. And I don't want people to think that like I don't like it because it's not a 1-for-1 adaptation. There's there's no reason for it to be a one-for-one adaptation, because if that was the case, then I could just watch the cartoon. That's why it exists, But again, I feel like there's certain things that you have to hit if you're doing this live action adaptation. And even I love to see more of the mixing of like storylines and like bringing them together to like sort of just kind of like make it less filler, you know what I mean? Like take the fluff out and like kind of combine storylines and stuff like that. But they need to be like well written. They can't just be like thrown in there. Like the fact that like Wang Shitong, the freaking the spirit of knowledge and stuff, was in the spirit world, like that made no sense. So it was just like they never met him before before season 2. Like they never met him at all. Like, and so does that mean that they're not going to be doing the library in season 2? Like, and then the whole time that they're in the spirit world, like they didn't do anything with Heibai, like who was supposed to be the whole like antagonist of that episode originally, and then they switched it over to Ko, who had like nothing to do with anything. So it's just like, okay, like there was a reason why Ko was in the story and like where he was when he was. Like I don't know. I just felt like in certain areas they rushed it just to rush it, or they put things in just to put them in to say that they did. And if they did that, I'm hoping that in the next season that they either come back around and tie up that loose end in some way or fashion, or they build upon it in different ways and make it better, or replace it with something better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To kind of make the series like its own type of thing. So if that's the case, I hope that's the case. But overall, if I were to give it a rating, I'd say it's like a 6.5, 7 out of 10.
Yeah, that's what I would say, a 7.
Yeah. It has potential to be much better, I feel like.
It definitely does, but I feel like this is just a start, so they're trying to give us a nice starting point.
Right.
So hopefully we get something, a little bit more better. I think we will, though, especially with Toph coming in. If they do a second season, or chapter 2, I should say, not second season, chapter 2, we're gonna get Toph, and
right,
Toph is hilarious. If Toph is not hitting, I'm gonna be really mad.
Toph is great, dude. I can't wait. And I'm, like I said, I mean, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, because like the first season of any show is really kind of finding its way and kind of getting its footing. I mean, even our favorite show, Big Bang Theory, first like season or 2, while I like them and I go back and I rewatch them, compared to like the rest of the show, like they aren't like the strongest seasons. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Even some of the character development, like are we really gonna talk about Big Bang Theory right now?
I don't know, dude. I mean, I know we could run it. You and I could go on some rabbit hole on Big Bang Theory. So
exactly. Like the biggest thing for me was definitely the character. Yeah, I would say the biggest thing for me was definitely the character development for all the character, like every character, not just just certain characters. Like, but the bigger ones to me was like Amy and damn, what the hell is her name? Not Penny. Bernadette. Yeah. Like when you first meet them, compared to like later on, like their later seasons, 2 different people.
Oh, completely, 100%. I mean, well, really, all of them. You think about it, like compared to, and I mean, like I even think about like Bernadette. Like in her first few episodes, she was very like kind of, I don't want to say meek, but she was kind of shy, and like she also seemed like kind of ditzy, like she didn't know a lot. But then they kind of address it later on in the show, where it was like she was just kind of playing that up to like fuel Howard's ego a little bit, like to pump him up a little bit. And then ultimately, then her eventually her real personality sort of shines through, and you kind of get like the person that she is, and she's really just kind of like the yin to Howard's yang, and like who she really is and stuff like that. So
Yeah, so it's not. It's really nice. Like I'm hoping we get that. Could I want to say we get it, but like that character development, I hope it changes in the second season. So,
Yeah,
or
definitely.
I gotta say same second season in chapter 2 because there's no seasons, it's chapters.
Right. And I really hope. What I really want from them. You can keep everything with Zuko and Iroh the same. They like that whole dynamic. I loved that throughout the show.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all. They were always two of my favorite characters from the original show too. Anyways, excuse me, but I really wanted Aang to just like part of the biggest part of his character development is that he had to grow from like being a kid, somebody who like he was a free spirit. He enjoyed life. He like wanted to like be a child. That was the whole reason he ran away, was because he didn't want to be the Avatar, because he just wanted to live a normal life as a kid. And so like part of him like developing into the Avatar is that he had to learn that like he can't give up who he is, but he can grow up a little bit. You know what I mean? He can grow up and still be who he is deep inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a fun-loving person. He's a fun-loving person. He ultimately he doesn't kill. So like he did what he did towards the end of, spoilers for 12 plus however long, however old, Avatar: The Last Airbender cartoon is, but yeah. But anyways, you want to move on to the next thing?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Did you watch it?
I did. I watched it. I had to watch it in a couple of sittings because I was like watching it towards the end of the evening and like ended up falling asleep.
That shoot right there, fire. I'm gonna get some water.
It is. It was really cool. I actually liked it a lot better than his orange suit, which is wild because when the orange suit originally came out in the last movie, I liked that quite a bit. But what were your thoughts, really quick, dude? What were your thoughts on this on this movie?
So my thoughts on this movie was like my wife and I were talking about this. Like you can tell, like I think it was you and I actually. I forgot who I was talking to, but you can tell like they were trying to cut out parts from Mira. Because you can tell like she had a deeper sense to the movie than what was shown. You can kind of tell that. But man, I thought the movie was actually, I thought it was pretty solid. Like it wasn't bad at all. Momoa, he definitely put on a good show for this movie. I don't think the ratings were that bad, but man, like this movie was actually enjoyable. Like I enjoyed it from like beginning to the end. My favorite part was definitely the octopod. I think that's what it's called. When they went to go rescue Ocean Master. Yeah.
Topo.
Yeah, Topo.
Topo, the drum beating son of a gun.
It's funny. Didn't you say they should put Topo in the movie too? Didn't you say it'd be funny if they put Topo in there?
Say what?
I think you said that too. I think you said it'd be funny if they put Topo in the movie.
Well, what's wild is so like Topo made an appearance in the first movie, but like Bree, who was freaking playing the drums, because the toy collector McFarlane, they dropped figs for this movie. Topo was one of the like accessories. Actually, this suit figure, Topo was one of the accessories, and so I knew Topo was going to be in the movie. I just he's freaking beating on the drums again, but no, as it turns out, he actually has a little bit of a part in the movie. He plays a little bit of important role to some degree.
Yeah.
Although
Topo was R2D2.
yeah, a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my thoughts again, I mean, I agree with you, dude. It was honestly, it was a lot more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be. I kind of went in with no expectations on this movie. It was kind of the same thing I did with the first Aquaman movie, which was just like me being sort of an Aquaman fan. I was just like, not really, because everybody's always going to take an Aquaman as a joke. But like, to some degree, they kind of play it up a little bit. They take it serious when they need to take it serious. And so they did the same thing with this movie. Like, overall, it was just an enjoyable thing to see. Like, I will admit, I would probably like the movie 10 times more. And this might, be controversial. But if Jason Momoa wasn't fucking Aquaman, like,
I can't disagree. They had a better actor for him. I agree.
Yeah, like, I like him, don't get me wrong, but at a certain point in the movie, it's just Jason Momoa being Jason Momoa, just being himself in the movie. And it's like, okay, you're not playing a part here, you're just being yourself. Which, don't get me wrong, that's cool, but like, I feel like The Rock does that in all of his movies too, where it's like him playing up the Rock persona in a lot of the movies that he's in. So like, Jason Momoa was just being Jason Momoa in this movie. In certain parts, obviously, you could kind of see the King of Atlantis shining through, and the whole thing with him and Orm like being brothers and all this other stuff, like that stuff shining through and everything was cool, and that played up to like Jason Momoa's strengths. But again, at certain points, like, I mean, dude was just wearing like freaking his like biker shit through half of the movie, and like freaking like wailing and whoa throughout the whole movie and shit. I'm just like, this is just him being him, like, which is cool. But I wouldn't say this is Aquaman. I would say this is just Jason Momoa playing dress up through this whole movie.
Yeah, it's Jason Momoa underwater.
Right, it's Jason Momoa underwater with a trident.
Literally
fast as shit.
So, literally, that's all that was Jason Momoa being Jason Momoa. So like, it was King Jason Momoa. It wasn't King Aquaman. King Jason Momoa of the 7 Seas. But yeah, the game. I said the game. The movie wasn't bad though. Like I agree with you on that. I definitely agree with you on that. I was thinking about that too. I was like, damn, who like, he didn't do bad. But if it was a different person, I feel like this Aquaman movie would probably be either better or a lot different.
Right.
But the one thing I do like about it is that looking at him, because I was like, bro, like, why does he remind me of an Aquaman anyway? It was supposed to be like the Justice League Aquaman. Instead, he doesn't have blonde hair.
Yeah, a little bit like the Justice League or Justice League
Unlimited. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely, that was definitely like, I feel like that was the vibe they were going for. Although even then, that Aquaman, he wasn't like surfer dude like Aquaman. He was like,
no, hell no. He's like, I'm the king, and he's gonna listen to what I gotta say. I'm standing on business. Mm-hmm.
He was 10 toes deep Aquaman. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, he'll put that hook on you.
Right,
Aquaman. Literally.
You will fish hook a motherfucker in. I'm not talking about, but yeah, dude. So I mean, like, again, maybe him being himself in the movie is what kind of made it enjoyable. But overall, like, you could have called this anything. It would have just been that movie. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have necessarily been Aquaman, but it was cool nonetheless. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. 100% more than I thought I would. Especially after like things like the reports that were coming out about it. Now, I'm glad I didn't waste my money to go see this in the theaters.
Same.
I'm glad I did it on Max. Like, I was happy to like wait until this came out. But I liked Manta's design, and I liked sort of what they did with Manta, but at the same time, it didn't really feel. They basically made like Manta not not responsible for his actions. While like yes, obviously he went searching for that power to like deal with Aquaman and his family. Ultimately, the only reason why it was the only reason why like he was able to do anything to Aquaman anyways was because he was possessed by Cordax, which like part of that was cool. I really would have wanted to see a little bit more of like Manta's full like disdain for Aquaman shining through, where it's not just like because he's I don't know. I felt like it was just because he was possessed. But
I'll be honest. Too. Yeah. After this movie, I'm so happy they're resetting everything. Like,
yeah, same.
That shit needs a whole reset, and I'm glad. James Gunn, I appreciate you. Because man, now we get to see better movies, hopefully. Because now we get rid of all these shitty movies they've been putting out. Justice League, the extended version. What else we get? Superman. The second one, not the first one, the second one with Doomsday and Batman.
BVS, Batman vs Superman.
Horrible.
Dawn of Justice.
Horrible. Wonder Woman 1984, garbage. The Flash, garbage. So like, I'm so happy like we're getting a whole reboot after this movie.
I feel that. Well, that kind of dovetails into the next piece of news actually. So this isn't a review, but this is going to be news.
Oh, I'm gonna grab some real quick.
Oh. New shoes. Oh. See, I got them.
You stepped on my shoes.
But so this is some news that kind of came out just a couple of days ago. It was on Thursday, right? On the 29th?
Yeah.
I believe that was Superman's birthday, if I'm not mistaken.
The 29th.
Power, bro?
Power core, I told you, bro. I couldn't help it. Y'all give me.
I know because I put that stuff on the shelves. Anyways,
damn you.
So that like
crazy.
What? Huh?
Shut up, beef.
Shut up, bitch.
There we go. That's better.
Let's dovetail into the next piece of news here. So James Gunn posted something up on social media. Specifically, this is coming from Instagram. So he posted a picture of what's assuming is the suit for David Cornsweet for Superman Legacy, but we actually get a little piece of news outside of that. James Gunn goes on to tell us that he's overjoyed to be announcing the start of principal photography on Superman today, February 29th, which just so happens to be coincidentally and unplanned Superman's birthday. When I finished the first draft of the script, I called the film Superman Legacy. By the time I locked the final draft, it was clear the title was Superman, making our way to July 2025.
So he changed the title of the movie.
Yep. So the title of the movie is no longer going to be Superman Legacy. It's just going to be straight Superman. But they put it in all bold caps. So, like, I'm assuming that that's going to be what it is, like, going forward. Not just, like, Superman. It's going to be big, bold Superman. Which is cool. Superman Legacy wasn't a bad title at all. But, like, from the way he's making it sound is like, this is 100% like it's a Superman movie. Like, this is going to like establish the Man of Steel in the new DCU. So this is 100% just Superman, which I'm cool with.
Same. I'm looking forward to this movie actually. I can't wait for next year.
I'm really excited for it too. Excuse me. The Now we haven't gotten a full showing of the suit yet. But a lot of people have been speculating as to what it's going to look like. And as you can kind of tell from this symbol there, it looks very, very similar to the Kingdom Come Superman suit, which, or like the logo at least. The only thing missing, obviously, is going to be the black background as opposed to the yellow. But like the way that the S is, everybody's assuming that especially because he was also, I want to say he posted up that like he was reading Kingdom Come as like inspiration for Superman Legacy. So like everybody's speculating that that's what the suit's going to look like. It's going to be like, you know, the all blue suit, red trunks with like the gold or the like yellow belts with the buckle, and like that symbol suit. The one that you sent me wasn't a real photo, but it looked like that's what everybody's speculating it's going to look like. Which if it is, like, I hope so, and if that's the case, I really hope like it's going where I think it is, which is Kingdom Come, and that's like legit one of my most favorite freaking comic books in the last 20 years, dude. It's such a good book, especially the artwork by Alex Ross. So awesome.
Yeah, it looks good. I had to take another look at it. I think they're gonna. Yeah, it does. Because I was about to say, isn't that the same one that Brandon Routh had?
No, the one that Brandon Routh had actually was a little bit more like curved. His suit was semi-similar to the Kingdom Come suit in that, like, it had a belt with a buckle, but the buckle had like an S on it as well, and then the S was very like curvy. Whereas this is like straight lines. And if they do the trunks with the belt, like the belt has like just an oval like buckle that's yellow or gold, the same as the belt is. Very similar, but and then like the reds, I don't know, based on the color of this looks like it's kind of darkened or dingy, so it might be like a dirty suit, but I would imagine that he's going to go with James Gunn is most of the costumes in all of his movies are very like bright and poppy, so I would imagine that he's going to go with like a much brighter suit, not like something dark and dingy.
I'm excited to see this though. I can't wait.
Yeah, dude, same. Like, I want to see all the characters that they plan on bringing in.
Mr.
I want to see them.
Metamorpho.
Oh, dude, Metamorpho, Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner. I'm still like a little leery about Nathan Fillion playing Guy Gardner. I kind of wish that he was Hal Jordan, but I still think that he could play Guy Gardner because he has that sort of range where he could be that. Because Guy Gardner tends to be a bit of a dick, and I think that Nathan Fillion can kind of play that up too. So, what else? So, do you have anything else to say about the news with James Gunn or Superman? Mm-hmm. No longer Superman Legacy?
Nah.
So, have you had a chance to watch Bad Batch yet?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I watched all 3 episodes or not, but I think I did.
It's 4 episodes now, my guy.
Oh, I didn't watch the 4th one yet.
Okay.
I'm behind in the episode, and I'm behind on watching my new favorite anime,
Solo Leveling.
Hell yeah!
I haven't watched it yet, dude. I need to watch it. I need to stop messing around here.
Have you been watching Ninja Kamui too?
I have been watching Ninja Kamui, dude. Like, let's talk about that for a second. I don't know if you guys have seen, but like on Max, and technically this is on Adult Swim, so it airs on Max the
Sunday.
night after it airs on Adult Swim. It's a new show called Ninja Kamui. I don't know that it's based on anything. I think this is like an all original animation. It is sick.
It is.
It's violent as hell for one. They don't hold it back anything. There's limbs being split and twisted, and there's all types of freaking blood and all types of stuff. Just all manner of viscera and stuff, like just all up in the camera in this show.
Yeah.
I will say one thing though. Where the fuck is this show going, dude?
I have no clue, and that's why I like it, because there's no real they're just putting shit together. I feel like, but it's good. The action is good. The fighting is good.
Like, so it starts out where like it's a family, and they seemingly like it seems like they're hiding from what we assume is like a ninja organization. They don't really come out 100% and say it, but like they allude to it quite a bit in the first episode. And then like eventually the ninja assassins find this guy or find this family, kill his wife and kid in front of him. They go to kill him, but like he just like is incensed and freaking just like snaps and absolutely freaking murks everybody in the place. He actually does end up like passing out and dying, but then he's taken to the board. But he like ends up like coming back to life, or just like actually was living the entire time.
No, he came back to life.
Okay, and so
he definitely died for a second.
Right.
They had the sheet on him. He's supposed to be dead.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, he was dead, and then like came back to life. The organization ended up coming after him again. Still, I'm assuming because they didn't think that he was actually dead, and he wasn't. He freaking killed everybody on that damn rooftop. And then every episode since then, like 2 and 3, it's literally just he's somewhere, runs into like somebody trying to come after him and kill him, and I don't know if he's trying to piece together like how to find these dudes, or
that's exactly what he's doing. He's trying to figure out he's trying to.
He knows who it is because he worked for them.
So he's trying to figure out how to get to them, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's relying on the FBI to help him.
Right?
Yeah. And then the FBI guys start getting shot at too. So this is like wild. So like these are ninjas with guns. He has no gun. He's murking you with it.
And like the other cool thing is too, you start seeing like ninja art. So like he like basically casts a spell and can do different shit. So like he was like using like shadow or some stuff like that. There was another one where like he had arms that came out of his back, and he was like he had multiple swords and shit at one point. I was like, yo, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah,
it's like, wild stuff, but it's dope as hell.
It is. This is like, it's not even like future Naruto. Like, this is nothing like Naruto. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah. Like, so there's the one through line that I know of is that the organization that's after him, he worked for them, or he was an assassin in their group that like basically wanted out and disappeared, and like went to have a family and stuff, and
she was in it too.
Hiding. Say what?
His wife was in it too.
Oh, she was? I didn't catch that part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, but she died trying to protect her son. Well, their son, I should say. But man, dude, the show is just so good.
It's like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. The animation style is pretty.
Oh, I love the animation style. Yeah,
I do too. And like, I'm curious to see like what the whole idea behind this like ninja art is. Because
Mhm.
it almost seems like maybe the way he was talking about sending people to hell to the Oni and all this other stuff. I'm wondering if maybe like that has something to do with it. Like maybe they like make a contract or something with like certain Oni in order to use like certain powers or whatever. I don't know. They haven't explained it yet.
No, we
One
didn't
way
get
or
that
the other, like
information yet.
one way or the other, the whole show I'm always like,
Same here. I had on the third episode, I had to rewind it and I had to rewatch it again. It's like, hold on, I'm missing something. But
same.
nah,
And it feels like it goes by so quick too.
it
which is
does.
wild. It goes by so fast. Like it's probably like 23, 24 minutes, but it seems like it's like 12, dude. It seems like it goes by like that. And it's because most of the show is literally fighting.
Yeah, like it's not no bullshit. Like you can just get like a whole episode of him talking. Nah, you get some talking,
Shit.
and then he's out there just whipping on people,
Putting in work.
and it's just him.
Work. Yeah, literally. Like, it was the second episode, right, where he goes to meet the FBI agent, like in the restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
and people keep coming in to pick up like to go orders, and then finally, like on the third one, they're like, "It's just on the table, go get it," and it's just a guy standing there, and he wants to. Basically, it's just like, "All right, let's fight."
He was one of the assassins. Yeah.
And he fucking goes at it with him, dude. And that was not the first time we see him use the ninja art. It was the second time we seen him use. It was the first time we seen him use a different one.
Yeah.
So that's where he freaking popped the arms out of his like back and like had multiple swords and shit. And I was like, no.
Yeah, I can't wait for Monday so I can watch the next episode.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be tight. I mean, if that's the way it's gonna go, where it's like we get a freaking awesome like flashy fight every episode. Hey, fuck it, I'm with it, dude.
Yeah, I'll gladly take it because this is man, oh man. Oh, but yeah, it had me on a binge watch. So I've been watching.
Yo, Juhan, what's going on, bro? I know this homie. He said Ninja Kamui brings back memories of Boondocks fight scenes. Fucking loving it. Yo, that's true. That is 100% true. It's exactly what it does. It looks exactly like
It
Boondocks
does.
fight. And then he also goes and says solo leveling is also fire. It's definitely a must watch. I have to watch it. Like
you have to watch it.
And like maybe I just wanted to bank a couple episodes. How many is out now? Is it 3 or 4?
Hell no, bro. It's like 8. Well, it should be 7 or 8.
Jesus, have I been that far behind? Okay, I have to start watching it then.
And each episode gets better and better. Like that's how good it is. So like, oh man, I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm gonna let you watch it first.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it and we could talk about it some more on the pod here. But okay, so now that we got Ninja Kamui out of the way, do you want to talk at all about Bad Batch a little bit?
Yeah, so I believe I watched. I know for sure I watched the first 2. I'm not sure if I watched the third, but I believe I did. The third one is where Omega escapes, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I watched the third one too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you got to talk about it.
The first 3 episodes, man, I like it. It seems like it's starting off a little bit slow. But now that I'm thinking about it, actually, given that it's episode 4 and where they end in episode 4, it actually is moving along a little bit faster than I imagined it would. Like the first episode, you just get, really, it's mostly Omega at the facility. She's basically a prisoner there, and she has like daily duties that she has to do, which is just like helping Nala Se. And then they're like testing clone blood, basically. And so, from what they were saying, is basically they're testing out clone blood to get an M count, which, if you're a Star Wars fan, must mean that it's a midichlorian count. Basically, trying to see Oh, I was like, what happened? You're just giving me a solo. Basically, it's just like them trying to, just trying to see if they, if they have the potential for the Force, which is kind of setting up stuff that happens in the sequel trilogy. If you've seen anything Star Wars in the last 10 years, so like that's how it starts out, and you kind of see that like Nala Se is purposely not testing Omega's blood. Obviously, because she knows something about it. She knows that there's a reason why Omega was an aberration, as they so put it. The second episode, I'm trying to remember what happened in episode 2. I want to say it was mostly, it was okay. So it was Wrecker and Hunter. They're following leads on trying to find out where Omega is. Oh, by the way, apparently it's been some time since Omega's been captured. My guess it's been, if it hasn't been months, it might even be close to like a year or more. But they definitely say that it's been months. And you can kind of see because she's been keeping track of like the days and stuff like that in her cell. So episode 2 follows Wrecker and Hunter as they're like following up leads on where to find her. They end up finding a facility on some planet, but like it's like overrun in a jungle. They end up finding actually 2 young clones, 2 young male clones or whatever that like apparently escaped that facility, and have just been surviving on this planet for however long. It's not 2, I think it's actually 3. Yeah, it's 3 young clones. And so basically they're trying to, Wrecker and Hunter go to try and get information from this base. The 3 clone boys are like, you guys are basically running a suicide mission. Like it's overrun with this creature or these vines or whatever. Ultimately, in the end, the 3 clone boys go to help Wrecker and Hunter out of this base and get the information that they can. And I don't remember what ended up happening towards the end. I want to say that it was that the clone boys were sent somewhere. Hunter and Wrecker took them with them, and then they like sent them somewhere safe, basically. I don't recall where it was necessarily, but I want to say it was probably on. Oh no, I remember where it was. It was on the like island planet that they were on, that they were like on in base, or they had as a base for a while. And then episode 3 is exactly what Bankai said, which is like Omega and Crosshair escape from the facility that they're imprisoned at and make a clean getaway. But yeah, dude, like episode 4, I don't want to spoil it for you, so I'm not going to. But episode 4, like shows like just how far Omega's come from like the first season. And it's there's some good stuff that happens at the end of that episode, and like you got to catch up with it. But overall, like I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying season 3, and I'm enjoying where it's going. Like it's starting to connect what's going on, or what happened literally from the time of Order 66 to like where things end up in the sequel trilogy with the Emperor, basically. So I'm enjoying it. I always liked Bad Batch in general. It was always a good show. So I don't have any complaints about this season thus far.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's actually pretty good. It had a nice start to it. Like the first episode is a nice start. So it's also, I'm enjoying it right now. So I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say like it's slow or anything. It's enjoyable. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Are we supposed to be getting somebody in like a Jedi too? They're supposed to be in this?
I don't know. Oh,
the rumor.
it's not even a rumor. They confirmed it in the trailer. Ventress is.
Oh
coming
yes,
back.
Ventress. All right, that's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, same. I can't wait.
Savage Ventress.
No, Assad
No,
Ventress.
so Savage. There you go. Who am I thinking
Savage.
of? Oh, never
So
mind.
you're
Never
thinking
mind.
of Savage Press.
Yeah, I am. Jesus Christ. Woo! Well, yeah. No, I'm. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to that episode.
Yeah, bro, same. I can't wait. That's gonna be pretty sick. And then, isn't Cad Bane coming back in this season too? I don't remember.
I think he was in the trailer too.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute since I've seen the trailer, but if I have a feeling he's coming back because he doesn't. I mean, he doesn't die until Book of Boba Fett, and that's much later than this. So, But yeah, dude. I mean, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I mean, I got the boys back here anyways. I mean, obviously, I'm enjoying it. But yeah, I mean, not really much to say right now. I mean, it's been a little bit slow going. I mean, it's moving through, but I feel like the first few episodes of the season are always like, all right, we're picking things up from where it was last season, and then we got to get the ball rolling. You know, we'll get the ball rolling once we kind of finish off what was happening at the end of last season. Type of thing.
Yeah.
But that's all. I mean, that's all I've got for that one. Now, have you seen any promotions for this show that I'm about to post up here? Shogun.
You know what's crazy? I'm actually about to watch that. I'm about to watch the first episode.
Do it. And there's the first 2 episodes are up right now, actually. But you got to carve out some time. They're up an hour apiece.
All right, yeah, I'm definitely about to watch that.
It is good, dude. If you like history, if you like anything to do with feudal Japan, and just like basically like the Age of Discovery at all, this is like this will be right up your alley. Like, so this is a show that's based on a book, which is a fictionalized retelling of events of basically the Edo period, or I can't remember what. I just looked this up the other day, but it's basically the last shogunate of Japan in the feudal age, before it was like right before the Edo period, which is basically like the period of peace before like the modern age. So like this is basically like the start of that. It is really good, dude. Like, I don't know, I like it a lot. I really like it, and like I like some of the actors in it because I followed some of their work, especially the main character, who's played by Hiroyuki Sanada. Hiroyuki Sanada is like one of my favorite Japanese actors, dude. He's dope. He plays freaking Scorpion in the Mortal Kombat movie, the newer one. He was like the Yakuza boss in Avengers Endgame. He plays. I mean, what else did he play in? He was in the Wolverine, the one where Wolverine goes to Japan. I'm trying to remember who he played in that though. Oh man, damn. He didn't play the Silver Samurai, but I think he played like the Silver Samurai's like son or something. I don't remember, but like I love the actor, and like him in this he's so great. The concept of the show just in general is really good. And actually, I learned something that I didn't really know about before. I only knew certain, some things about feudal Japan, but like this really sort of like really kind of got my juices flowing, and like, oh man, I want to learn more about this. So this show, it's definitely a must watch. Definitely a must.
Okay. All right. Well, since we're offering shows, I definitely got one for you too. House of Ninjas on Netflix.
House of Ninjas.
On
Who's in
Netflix.
Do you know?
I
who
can't
did it?
tell you. I can't tell you one actor. I just watched it and I'm like, damn, this is actually really good.
Is it a live action show?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know why they call it Ninja. Should have been House of Shinobi, but it's really good.
It's the same thing. I feel like I've probably heard about it or probably seen it in passing on Netflix, but is it like more modern age or is it like
Yeah, it's more modern age,
okay?
but it's more modern age, but they don't use guns.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really worth the watch, man. You'll literally enjoy it.
But yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out. I'll check that out. You got to check out Shogun though.
Oh no, I'm definitely want to watch that. There's
It's
another show that I've been watching too. The Blue Eye. It's called The Blue Eyed Ninja on Netflix.
the Blue Eyed Samurai you're talking about.
Blue Eyed Samurai. Yes, I'm sorry, Blue Eyed Samurai.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot of good things. Dude.
It's a lot of cartoon nudity. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
It's a lot of cartoon. It's like, oh damn, like all these ass and titties just running around, and you see a few other things. And I'm like, bro, like what? Like what am I watching? But yeah, no, it's good. It's really good.
Mine's always on top.
Speaking of,
speaking
Can't wait to
of,
watch her.
hold up, dude. Speaking, well, not her necessarily, but like, I see. I'm not a full-on wrestling fan. This guy is. Do you? We should start like a segment for you, like where you run down like the weekly, either weekly Raw or SmackDown, like you usually do. Because I've been seeing stuff on TikTok lately that like is getting me itchy to like actually start watching wrestling again.
mm-hmm. Who was it? This one? Which one's the last one you saw?
Shut up, bitch!
Acknowledge me.
So yeah,
Bro.
they're going to be teaming up. Eventually, it's going to be those two versus Roman, Seth freaking Rollins.
Cody Rhodes.
No, Seth freaking Rollins and Cody Rhodes. It's Seth freaking Rollins. You gotta say it right. Seth freaking Rollins. Yeah,
Cody Rhodes
and Cody Rhodes. Yeah.
for WrestleMania.
No, WrestleMania is going to be Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, and it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the two. Those are the two title matches. But man, it is going to be good. Woo! I didn't watch Friday. I gotta watch Friday's episode. I didn't watch it.
Oh, then maybe that's what I'm talking about. Then maybe that's what I seen on TikTok. Because there was definitely a moment between The Rock and Roman. Sorry, I just seen some fuck shit out of my window.
I was wondering. I was about to say, "Damn, you gonna tell me what you saw?"
It was like so behind my building. There's another like apartment complex with their parking lot right behind us. But then right next to us here is the like circuit clerk office, the circuit clerk's building. But it's like separated by like a line of like trees and grass or whatever. I seen somebody pull down to the parking lot here, but then go basically across. I guess there's like a small gap, not like paved or anything, but like I guess where there's no trees. They just rolled their car right through to go behind like the building here. So I was like, but yeah.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I'll definitely, if you want, I can definitely do that. That'd be great to me. Outside of that, like, I really had no other news that I've been trying to think of. Oh, gaming news. There's this game called Helldivers 2. I'm hearing like really good things about it.
I've been hearing a lot about it too.
And it's only $40, so I was contemplating if I want to buy it or not.
It's I've been seeing a lot about it on TikTok as well, and on Instagram, I think, where it's basically it's more or less like, I guess, PlayStation's version or PlayStation and PC's version of Halo, where it's basically like you're an army grunt having to fight off an alien invasion or like something along those lines. And from what I hear, it can be very difficult. And I also just read something yesterday that there's somebody who works on the team that's called the Game Master, and he has remote access to the like game in terms of like to where he can like ramp up the difficulty of the game periodically.
That's crazy. I might buy it.
That's
40
wild,
bucks.
right?
$40.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I might.
You need to
have
get a PlayStation 5.
Well, you can play it on PS4, or I can play it on PC. Well, there's some MMO. Oh, well, yeah, it's MMO because it's like, okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting it. So I don't know if I said. Well, I won't be able to stream it on that account because that account is for like. Well, I'm switching my tag anyway, so it's gonna be Bunkai Merc. That's gonna be my my Twitch handle. So if you guys ever want to watch me play, I will be on there. But when I start playing, when I'm going to start streaming on our Full Nerd Academia when I'm playing DC Universe Online. So if you want to watch, you want to help us out, definitely watch because I do have fun playing that game. Just sucks that I don't have like a bigger crew to play with, but that's fine. I can suffice. So especially with the role that I'm playing on my other character, I'll be fine. So I went back to Electricity Healer.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
On who? On your Bankai Merc?
Yep, that's what I named them. I named them Bunkai Merc again. Well, not again.
For sure.
Oh, we got another one.
Aspect meaning that there's an ongoing war with both consoles crossplay, and there's 9 difficulties. Whoa, what? If you run solo low-level squads.
I might definitely have to give this a shot.
Okay. Yeah, dude. The most I've been seeing stuff about it, I'm just like, damn, maybe I should get this. Maybe I should get into playing this.
That's what I was saying. I might have to. No, turn my PlayStation on now.
I might have to, and then maybe that'll be the thing that I stream on Twitch for us. Holler at us in the comments below, guys. Let us know if you want to start putting out content like that. You want to start seeing us gaming on Helldivers or something like that.
I definitely have to get a setup for it because I don't have a streaming setup. That's what I got to do. I have to get like the video and stuff. Actually, no, I should be able to. I'm gonna have to ask a buddy of mine so I can get a setup going to see like I can set it up where it shows my face as I'm playing and stuff.
Yeah, let me know if you need me to do any like layouts and stuff. I got you.
Oh yeah, no, we're definitely gonna be working on that. Like, that's something we're gonna have to be working on anyway. Speaking of, he said, oh wait,
Game Master pretty much does decide how many reinforcements arrive. Just go on the board. Hey, you're over here selling me right now, Juhan. I might have to F around and check that out, my guy, because yeah. Yeah, dude, I would probably have to check that out because I'm definitely intrigued. It's been intriguing me a lot lately, so I need to get into some sort of game. It's either going to be that or ESO again, so we'll see.
So the funny thing is, I downloaded For Honor, so I was gonna play with you guys. I deleted that shit instantly. It's like, bro, I'm not.
Are you getting smacked?
I wasn't even getting smacked. Like it was. I don't even know how to explain it. Like it was stupid. It wasn't bad.
don't get the premium battle pass thing they have because the guns and accessories aren't that strong. It's only an additional $10, so it's up to you. Okay.
I probably won't do that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, shoot, dude. I mean, I know you got to get out of here in a couple of minutes. Is there anything else that we gotta go through before we head out of here for the day, or?
No, that's it.
Well, I think that's the show, guys. I mean, I don't really have anything else really to talk about.
Me either.
Ankai said there's nothing else he wants to talk about. You know, maybe next week we'll get into some wrestling news. Maybe some wrestling news. Maybe you guys could hopefully see him soon here on the Twitch channel playing some games. But I think that's a show. So until next time, guys. You know, thank you for joining us. If you joined us live, if you're watching us on the replay, thank you for checking us out. Catch us live next time. We try to do this at least once a week, usually around the same time, 3:30. 3:30 my time, 4:30 his time. There it is. But until then, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on all the socials down here. But until then, class is dismissed.
Please hit me with that outro.
Hit you with that outro.
Away.